My name is Xvault, and I don't like Xbox.
As you can see, it has all these tabs recently added, installed, owned, Game Pass, Steam, owned, again,
Well, there you go.
double tab, stuff like this. So probably a really early A mock-up, or this could not even be real.
It's not real. You know, PlayStation would never put their game on Xbox because my name is Xbox.
No, again, grain of salt. If this is official or real, but this was floating around.
It's most definitely a grain of salt, man. I can see it dripping from your forehead, man. You know, it's so funny that he made a video, and yet for some reason he ended up being included in his own salty batch files.
Seems pretty legit from the sources, but again, probably some changes that they have to go over because they had a lot of double tabs and stuff.
And what changes would be that? What's not changing is the fact that Steam will be available on Xbox, and that's what got you guys seething. You guys are like, Sony gonna block it, they gonna do something. The last thing you try to block, look what ended up happening. Microsoft ended up acquiring Bethesda and Activision. Okay, so you guys sitting here acting like this, man. We try to tell you that exclusive games weren't important. You know, this emphasis that you guys put on hardware and less so on the software is all biting you in the behind.
Like that. But again, I don't see how this helps Xbox as a whole.
Having Steam on Xbox doesn't help Xbox as a whole? What are you talking about, bro? They're going to have over 100,000 games on top of what's already offered through Game Pass Ultimate, and you're essentially saying that Xbox gamers ain't benefiting. What are you talking about, bro? Even if, 99,000, I mean, there was a dude in my chat last night, 99,000 of those games is bad, though. Okay, well, an additional 1,000, it doesn't matter. People could choose to pick up and play what they want. Gamers finally have the freedom to be able to play on whatever launcher, very similar to a PC, which I've told you guys that's the direction of where gaming was heading anyway, and they're going to do it through a set-top box. Y'all like, oh, Snap Games, I remember you said that. I remember when you said, right, in quotations, that these new consoles, right, that come out will be designed very similar to a PC, and done through what? A set-top box. This is exactly what we're seeing. Y'all like, wow, Gamester. You know, I'm always getting it right. Why do you think I came up Gamester with another W? Because I'm always winning in this community.
In any way, shape, or form. If Steam is available on your type of console, even though it's a separate, process you go through in the store.
No, it's just a launcher. No different than your phone. You know how you got different applications on your phone? That doesn't impact your phone. See, this is what you don't understand. Things are coming down simply due to mobile gaming and how you access your games through PC. It's just a launcher. What are you talking about, bro? This man acting like you gotta update the whole firmware. That's something you have to do when the system is locked, like the PlayStation.
And all that. That's going to further, more people are going to trust and start buying and doing things through Steam as opposed to the Windows Store.
Yeah, that's not true because Xbox still has Game Pass Ultimate. See, this is what you guys are not understanding. Microsoft doesn't care if people buy games on Steam. People are already doing that on PC. Matter of fact, Microsoft even puts their own games on Steam. They don't care as long as they're continuing to get money. They realize that the more and more we open our doors for everybody else, the more opportunities that we give ourselves a chance to grow. Microsoft is definitely the market leader. You guys can't even sit there and say they're not because they're controlling what? They're going to have Steam. They're going to have all these other things. Hopefully PlayStation will say, hey, Steam, we want that on our platform too, but we know how Sony works because it's going to overshadow the games that Sony got coming out, which is already bad enough that you got Xbox doing it with their old 4 to 5-year-old Forza Horizon.
Or whatever the case ends up being. That's the weird takeaway from this as well. So I think that's really fascinating as far as what we're looking at here.
What's more fascinating is how Xbox owners are going to finally have the opportunity of playing your beloved PlayStation games. And even if you believe Sony's going to block them, nobody cares. That doesn't stop all the other 99.9 games that are on Steam that will be available and playable on Xbox. See, this is what you're not understanding. For you to sit there and try to spin this as a negative when Xbox gamers are going to have access of playing more games. Now, if we find out there's good, like if we could just launch anything like good old games, come on, bro. The possibilities are endless. I don't see why anybody would buy a PlayStation. If you're a real gamer, why anybody would buy a PlayStation playing in a locked ecosystem where you're just playing the same games. I mean, literally the same games, remasters and remakes. When with Xbox or whatever other platform you decide to play on, you're getting these new experiences, you're getting Steam, you're getting Epic, you're getting good old games all at your disposal. That is incredible. And for people to sit there and denounce that, that just shows you how much of a fan. But this is nothing about me liking Xbox, bro. I've been playing on PlayStation 5 more than I have been on Xbox. Y'all know that. That's why I be streaming on PS5. Stop the cap, bro. To sit there and act like, oh, I'm not excited about this is absolutely ridiculous.
But for those of you as well, as Ron here, what's the next narrative, right? What are we talking about this for?
This is not a narrative. This is something that's actually happening. A narrative is something that you guys said, oh, exclusive games are important, just to find out that they're getting ported to PC. Oh, PlayStation care about their exclusive games. They drop on PC at a later date, proceeds to do day and date with his PC counterpart. With games like Lost Soul aside. What are we doing?
We don't know. It's just way too early to truly speculate. But again, the frauds, the shills, the grifters are out there, especially the pro Xbox dudes. Guess what? They're running with that narrative that PlayStation games are going to be available on this new Xbox.
And even if they're not, nobody cares. That still doesn't take away all the other games that Steam offers that you won't be able to get on your PlayStation 5. So what are you talking about? There's going to be a lot of Steam exclusives that are going to be played on Xbox that you PlayStation ponies ain't even going to be able to play. So I guess, quote unquote, Microsoft still has more games. Microsoft is bombarding their community with so many games. It's crazy, man. It's like, stop. You're giving us too many games to play. You know, no wonder they had a delay Fable. I would have delayed the game too, considering that what you're doing here. This is crazy. My backlog's got a backlog.
Console hybrid type of deal, right? Let me share something with you, just real simple. As you can see here.
Uh-oh.
No, you cannot stream PlayStation games on Xbox.
Keyword, stream. It has nothing to do with playing game. What are you talking about? Stream.
GeForce Now, because Sony does not allow their games to be streamed through the service, even through NVIDIA. Requires explicit permission.
Now, from somebody, they told me they can't do that with Steam after the contract that they signed. But hey, like I said, if this is what Sony's trying to do, this is only going to further hurt them. So I feel like it's counterintuitive. You know what I mean? If you guys want to take that stance and act like, you know, like I said before, they said it was free money. And with Microsoft doing these third-party manufactured boxes and stuff like that, that means they're going to come for the takeover, which is only going to completely ruin Sony's design of what they wanted to do, which was appeal to all these other regions, right? And the only way you're going to do that is through PC, not console.
Publishers to host their games. So whether it's a purchasing, whether it's streaming, whether it's anything of that sort, there's going to be some sort of a block in place. So let's say that there is Steam available on there. There may be a caveat to where those PlayStation first-party games are not going to be available to be played, downloaded, however, on that, right? Now, again, we'll see how...
I mean, imagine being a grown man and really caring about where people play in your games, bro. Like, this is ridiculous, bro. Like, I mean, just take one look in the mirror and say to yourself, man, yeah, what have I done wrong to get to this point in my life that I'm that worried about people playing PlayStation games through their Xbox device? This is what it's always been about, guys. This is what it's always been about. They never cared about gaming. They would rather see these franchises go extinct like Concord than to see these games go multiplat and to see where Sony can make more money doing that than what they're doing now.
Hackable it is, right? We'll see what can be tweaked and modified. It is real. Let's say it is. And Steam's available on this hybrid console. Again, it just kind of circles around that I don't believe that PlayStation first-party games would be on there. If it did...
Just like y'all didn't believe that PlayStation first-party games would go to PC, and look what happened. Just like you don't believe that PlayStation will be putting their games on a Switch too. I mean, look at it. I mean, you've already had games like Lego Horizons drop, and y'all still capping for this. It's not like Sony hasn't put games on Xbox. MLB was another one. Oh, but they were pushed by a console. It doesn't matter. They still did it anyway. Okay? Do you really think they care that much to completely abandon the MLB license and say, we're not doing that because we're putting that game on our competitor? No, they still continue to do that. Man, if anything, it's making Sony more money.
Guess what would happen? That would hurt the ecosystem for PlayStation. See you later, PlayStation.
No, would it? Because the people that play on PlayStation just play Fortnite and Roblox. That wouldn't hurt anything. What are you talking about? That would literally not do anything because the biggest game that PlayStation 5 owners are looking forward to playing is GTA 6. So how would that hurt Sony? That literally would not hurt them.
It's just not that black and white. It's not that clear, right? As far as that direction and what that would be allowed to do. And if it happened that way for some reason, then that's the plan that they wanted to do, then okay. I mean, it is what it is, and we have to shift as gamers, and we'll play where the games are at. And if that means all in one place for whatever reason, and that's how the future looks, and one day it just might, I still don't think that's anytime soon.
All right, here we go. You hear that? You see? Gabe still with another W. I told you guys this already, man. I told y'all. Now it is all blew up in your faces. Now y'all don't know what to do with yourself. Just play games, man. Why are you taking it this seriously, bro? It's really not that important in your life, bro. I told you that Spider-Man, you see where he's underneath that graveyard? I told you that was going to happen to him, but y'all didn't listen to me, man. Y'all thought, oh, this dude Gamester, he just be clowning, he be joking. You know, matter of fact, I'm tired of doing this video, man. I got a special guest for y'all. Hey, man, listen, man. It's Chad Warren. You know, the PS5 ain't going out like how the PS Triple did. See, the PS Triple, even though y'all want to talk about how you picked up the Pro, but the PS Triple, that was $600 back in 06. See, I was always spending big money on Sony, not like these hypocrites. You know, this is Chad Warren. You know, I'm making my announcement back in this community, man. Gamester, he just getting tired of making these same videos on y'all, so I had to take over. You know, Mr. Koala, man, I don't know what you're doing here, but, man, I feel like I want to do a Kung Fu Panda.
But ultimately, we're looking at what a basis is for what we're looking at for a hybrid Steam/Windows.
It still ain't no PS Triple though.
Interface, all this stuff, right? That's what we're looking at. But it really is fascinating. But again, you gotta be.
Man, I don't even do this console war stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Ever since the PS Triple was dropped and then it ended, I haven't been playing on PlayStation for the longest time, man. You know what I mean? That's why I shut down my YouTube channel. That's why you don't see me no more, man. I'm happy to be a special guest to let y'all know that ain't no console better than the PS Triple. You understand me now? You know, PS Triple had games, even when it was struggling, man. Even when it was struggling, they still had the games, though. You know what I'm saying? Y'all talking about remasters and remakes, man, and crap. You know, the best games on PS5 are games that I was playing on my PS Triple, like Uncharted, Last of Us. Man, when y'all gonna grow up out of this, man? Y'all really got a problem with Chad Warren? Y'all don't understand, Mr. Koala, man. You need to do something. You know, go back to being at a petting zoo, you know, and having people pet up on your head. Because I'm Chad Warren.
Careful, especially before anything is being stated out there by official sources.
Man, it's as official as it can be, man. Look at that dude looking to the side like, what's happening to me? Listen, bruh. You know this ain't no PS Triple. You just jumped on PlayStation because you thought it was casual and you thought it was popular. I've been here since the beginning, man. I've been here since the PS1 all the way to the PS Triple. You understand me now? But you want to sit there and you want to masquerade and parade and you got these PlayStation symbols and ain't none of these games that you got on your wall or even PlayStation exclusives besides Spider-Man through Insomniac. Man, you was ridiculous, man. My wall, we got Jack and Dexter. We don't even got Crash Bandicoot because he on Airbox now, man.
Anything official as far as a spokesperson, any
official
figurehead from any company.
What do you mean? This was a leak from Microsoft and they took it down. How is that not any more official than what you people want?
Be careful. Be careful who you're getting your information from.
Yeah, which is you, man. Listen, man, like I told you before, the PS5 ain't no PS Triple. It ends right there. I stopped gaming when the PS4 came out, man.
Be Colts, Destin, guys, everybody, they don't know what they're talking about. They're going to run that hype and run all these possibilities and get you all hyped up. And guess what? They said it was over and you got Nico. And we're going to have a lot of examples again next week as well.
Just admit that you hurt, man. Just admit that people are going to have more game on Airbox than they're going to have even on your own platform, man.
About the middle of the week, examples of those running with this narrative that they're going to...
What narrative are you talking about, bruh? This was leaked by Microsoft and then deleted because obviously this information wasn't supposed to be widely announced. At this point, it seems like Microsoft is trolling y'all. See, they didn't do that with the PS Triple. Microsoft had to actually try. You understand me now? They actually had to try. We had Resistance, we had Motorstorm, NBA 07, Genji, more games than you people realize. And they were new games. They weren't no Wii Masters and Wii Makes, man. That's what y'all playing on PlayStation 5 to quintuplets. Ain't nobody want that garbage, man. I stick with my PS Triple, man.
Going to be running with, it's over. It's game over. We've heard it was game over with quick resume with Xbox. We heard it was either you're full blown, ready to go PC, you're okay with that, or you're not, and you're going to have to look at some different options. But again, I wouldn't put all your eggs into one basket here. And again, advising, much like I did multiple times, pardon me.
Look at that. That man, he losing it. He losing it, man. His throat drying up, man. That man is so hurt. You know, it's just drying up. You know, it hurts him to say this about Xbox. Now they gonna take over and they gonna make my culture look useless. That's what it is, man. I'm sorry, man. Xbox gaming. I'm crying in this community because, you know, my throat drying up, man. I don't know what to say, man. This news got me hurt, man. I'm about to change.
Multiple times with Game Pass and said, hold up. This is great for consumers right now, but hold up. Now I'm stating, don't put your eggs in one basket. I don't see PlayStation.
Yeah, I'm putting all my games in one basket, and that means all the launchers being loaded up through my Xbox. Epic, good old games. I'm putting all them eggs in my basket, and I'm walking off doorstep with it.
First-party games being allowed on this hybrid type of system. As a matter of fact, if you want to do that, what the craziest part is here, the other takeaway is, you guessed it, get yourself a PC.
Now get yourself a PC. Well, the same thing can also apply to Sony too, I guess, at this point, right? Why are you still playing on consoles? Look at y'all using PC gaming as a crutch. I don't care about that, bro. I'm just here to play games, and Xbox is giving me the reason as to why I still continue to support them. It is what it is, bro. It's not even any more deeper than that. Microsoft is putting Steam. Hopefully it'll put other launchers on it too, and I can load up my favorite games. That is it. Things that are severely lacking on Sony. I guess that's a console exclusive for Xbox, right? Like, I mean, they were already doing this with the Series X. So it's just like, it's not like this is anything new, but it's nice to know that we have launchers coming out.
A laptop, a ROG Ally, a Steam Deck.
So why is it fine to go support those devices, but not to support one from Microsoft? Bro, see, y'all just admit it. Just say y'all don't like Xbox, bro. So it's fine to go support these other devices, but it's not fine to support one directly from Microsoft? That is some clear hatred going on here, man. Just admit it. Y'all salty.
Novo. You can do all of it right now. You don't have to wait for Xbox to have this.
Well, you know, you're right about that, but I'm still gonna wait for that Xbox, you know, while we still playing on these Lenovo's.
Favorite type of system. If you're okay with that direction, and you're okay with waiting for the first-party PlayStation games that will miraculously be day and date for the single-player AAA games at one point in time, then great. If you're so sure of that, then go that direction. No one's stopping you. But to sit there and create this hype again with what Xbox is doing is really odd. Really bizarre. Don't do that to yourself.
So we're not supposed to be excited about having access to a Steam library on console. Yes, I get it.
Don't put yourself up there only to fall and get disappointed again with whatever ends up coming out. Everybody was already excited for the hybrid handheld. And guess what? Ended up being a sticker of Xbox basically on there. Do something with PC. Get yourself some sort of a PC component at this point in time.
Then go get yourself a PC then. Why are you still playing on Sony? Why are you still playing Helldivers 2 on PlayStation when you can play the game free on PC? Like, I wish ponies would listen to their own logic. No, buddy, I'm going to play games the way I want. And Xbox is going to give me that through a console form and a much more open ecosystem. That's what I'm here for. Like I said, I'm still going to continue to be a console gamer until the wheels fall off. It is what it is. But like I've said before, this new Xbox, if they cease to exist in the inevitable future, well, guess what? All my games get carried to the PC through the Windows operating system. I'm all good. Now, can you say the same thing with Sony? All the games that you funded, all the games that you invested? Oh no, you're gonna have to buy all those games again. See, with Xbox, I don't have to do that. If I buy it on console, I get it on PC. If I buy Steam games on the Xbox, and the new Xbox, I will still have access to them through Steam on PC. So my library gets carried over. But with PlayStation, not so much.
Desktop, laptop, any of the handhelds, any of that stuff, go for broke. Do it right now. Put your money where your mouth is. If that's what you want to do, go and do it.
No, well, I'm not doing what you tell me. I'm getting, sir, give me 2 Xboxes right there. Thank you very much. And the handheld, thank you. You're not going to sit there and try to coerce people to just go to PC. Because y'all ain't doing it. So if it's that peaches and everything, well, why aren't you on PC then? Why do you care about where people play their games? Let it be PC, Xbox, PlayStation, whatever. It doesn't matter. If people are more comfortable playing it on a platform that they're comfortable with, why is it a problem that Microsoft wants to do their own handheld and do a console of this nature? What is the problem?
Fine. That's okay.
You sure?
The hype up there, like, oh, this is going to have an Xbox sticker on it, and you might be able to play PlayStation first-party games.
Nobody even cares about your games. Nobody even cares about your games even on your own platform. To the point where you guys are supporting Forza Horizon more than you're supporting Gran Turismo at this point.
That's not the W you think it is.
It ain't the W that you're playing Forza, paying $100 for Forza Horizon 5, a game that's been available for 5 years, and paying $100 for an early access game that ain't even early access. What are you talking about? That's not a W either. What the W is Xbox getting these launchers, which is only going to open the floodgates of more games going to their platform over yours. That is most definitely a W. Even if you remove the PlayStation exclusives out of the equation, Steam offers the gamers more than enough to compensate for that. Nobody cares about your games. I don't even want it for the PlayStation games. I already have a PS5 for that, and I don't even care for them on here. So ain't nobody buying this new Xbox for your games like you people think. Now, if it's there, well, obviously people are going to use it as ammunition to troll y'all because they're going to be like, yo, look, y'all said that these games would never go to Xbox, and yet they still here. That's all it really is. But I don't care for the PlayStation games.
It's not. It's literally what you can do right now with any sort of PC.
Well, and that's what the new Xbox is going to be, a set-top box PC. So I guess what you just admitted, that the new Xbox is going to be able to play PlayStation games. Thank you very much, sir.
Do we understand how that works?
We bought the right console.
I just wanted to give you these thoughts from the vaults, break it down.
That ain't no thoughts from the vault, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. We're going to end it on Chad Warren, man. At the end of the day, there ain't no system better than the PS Triple, man. And y'all know this.